Alright everyone, this is Phantom Review again. We're having another intermission. And the reason for this is to talk about, as you see in my web browser here, the Morrowind Overhaul. The address here, which will also be in the description of this video, is morrowindoverhaul.rpgitalia.net. This is a massive overhaul of Morrowind's graphics and sounds, including many different texture packs. I highly recommend you visit this site if you're interested in this game and download this pack once version 2.0 is released. I have an agreement with KingPix here that I will use the Morrowind Overhaul version 2.0 for the remainder of my playthrough and furnish links to his website where you can download version 2.0 once it is released. I did want to talk about their pre-release steps here. They talk about you need to install, reinstall Morrowind, Tribunal, and Blood Moon, and go ahead and download the final patch, which is 1.6.2, I think, something of that nature. It's on Bethesda's site, on the Elder Scrolls site. You can find the final Blood Moon patch. You do need to have all three, Morrowind, Tribunal, and Blood Moon installed. And install Morrowind outside the Programs folder, especially if you're using Windows 7 or Vista. This is because the Program Files folder in Vista and Windows 7 is protected. Any program that wants to make changes to it will require administrative privileges. If you install it outside the Program Files folder, that's not necessary anymore. You can disable the user account control. I wouldn't necessarily recommend doing that. I would recommend doing that as a last resort. If installation outside of the Program Files folder doesn't work for you, then okay, go ahead and disable user account control, but only do it temporarily while you're playing the game. User account control is a good security measure built into Windows 7 or Vista, and if you can play without disabling it, I highly recommend that you do so. They do have a point if you are using the Steam version, disable the Steam in-game overlay. You can do that within the options from Steam. I am not using the Steam version, I am using the retail version, so that's kind of a non-issue for me, but if you are using the Steam version, that's what you need to do. An important note here is that you do need to install DirectX 9.0C even if you have 10 or 11. Morrowind Graphics Extender and some of the other modifications that we have do require DirectX 9.0C. 10 and 11 are not necessarily backwards compatible, so you will need to install them. Most of these other requirements should already be on your computer. You can check those by going to your Program Files folder, or not your Program Files folder, going into Control Panel and going to Programs and Features, and it will show you, these will show up in your Control Panel file. That's about it. Morrowind Overhaul 2.0, again, is morrowindoverhaul.rpgitalia.net. It's currently 09:45 Central Time, U.S. Central Time. Because they are coming from Italy, they're a few hours ahead of me, but this modification should be released very soon, and once it is released, I will install it. I'll have another video showing the installation procedure, and the rest of my playthrough will be with the Morrowind Overhaul 2.0 graphics and sound. So visit their website, take a look at it, register on their forums, join the conversation, and I'll continue up my Morrowind playthrough once this is done. Thanks, guys.